Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, sending me on Twitter the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Fueled by Insanity, Daren's Path. So y'all, let's go ahead and just jump right back into it, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes to entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go, girl. Alright. There he goes, being cryptic again. That makes sense, I think. I swear I hear a small chuckle come from the kitsune. Relax for now. Enjoy yourself. You're asleep. This is when you should be most at ease. Heh, you're right. I'm gonna make the best snow fox ever. Oh my god. And he's a child at heart. Ugh! Morning. I was having such a good dream, too. I guess I should wake up. I slowly opened my eyes to find the lights still off, but the sun is shining in from behind the partition. Leave it to Daren to use an old partition instead of curtains. I continue lying in bed, too lazy to want to get up just yet. I swear something feels off, but it's hard to pin down what it is. My tail. I tug on my tail only to find that it won't budge. Is Ted? I look over my shoulder and see him asleep, my tail in his arms with his head resting against it. I'm tempted to leave him alone and let him continue sleeping, but at the same time, I'd like to get up. He stayed up later than me, so there's no telling how long it'll take until he wakes up. Psst, Ted. No response. I tug on my tail some more, trying to break free of his sleepy hold. Ted! His ear twitches this time in response to hearing his name. Tired. Sleep. I feel bad for waking him up. He looks cute like this, the way he's holding on to me so peacefully in his sleep. Ted, you're being weird. This time he finally opens his eyes, scanning over me as he tries to figure out what I mean. What am I do- It takes him a couple of seconds before he realizes, but as soon as he does, his face flushes red. You can let go now. I try my best to hold back my laughter as he quickly lets go and gets off the bed, knowing he probably feels embarrassed as it is. Sorry about that. I don't know why that happened. It's because you like me, obviously. Okay, maybe I'll have a little fun embarrassing him. I don't hear you denying it. Why would I deny something that's obvious? He sticks his tongue out at me, and I'm not entirely sure whether he's joking or not. Is that flirting? I think that's flirting. But what if it isn't? I don't want to assume he's hitting on me, because if I'm wrong... I'm quickly snapped out of my thoughts as he changes the topic. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I am planning on hanging out with Marshall today since he's got the day off. You are? Oh. Is something wrong? I feel a twinge of jealousy when he tells me this, which I immediately feel guilty about. I should be happy that he's spending time with more than just Daren and me. He's my friend after all. It's just like with Sean. I really hope I don't screw stuff up and say something dumb. Nah. You're making more friends. I'm happy for you. I force the words out, trying my best to not give off any sign that I'm feeling unreasonably upset. I can tell by Ted's expression that he isn't convinced, but I don't particularly want to talk about it either. It's a me issue. He shouldn't have to worry about my dumb emotions. You know, if you want, you can come with me. You sure? Yeah, I'll probably feel less nervous if you're there. What's there to be nervous about? Don't, really know him much, and, I'm not the best at making and keeping friends. I'm worried I'll screw stuff up somehow. Could go with him, or I could stay home. Ted is nice, but so is home. I'll stay home. Despite feeling a bit jealous that he'll be hanging out with someone other than me, someone who probably has more in common with him, I feel like going with him would only make things worse. Maybe I'd have fun, too. Maybe I'd have fun, but it could also easily sour my mood if I became a third wheel while they talk about things I know nothing about. I've not read any of the books they have. I know for a fact I don't have much in common with Marshall. I did text Marshall last night, but that doesn't mean I'd know what to say or do in person. Then again, maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to stay home and be lazy. Now that I actually have a home to live in again, I'm enjoying getting to relax and do nothing. I don't feel like going, but I hope you have fun. His ears flatten as I turn down his offer, and I'm worried I've disappointed him. Oh, come on, don't make me feel bad. Why not? It's your job to stay with me 24/7 and you're slacking. In that case, I guess you have to just stay here with me then. Nope, no can do. I guess that's just how it has to be then. Forgive me for failing my job. I get to hang out with Daren. The bad dragon toy he's got right there. That's a thermos, that's a mouse. Whatever that is, a bag subwoofer maybe? Tiny, it's too small to be a subwoofer. That is obviously an Xbox 360. No, okay, alright. Once we're both awake enough, we head out to the living room. So, when is Marshall coming to pick you up? He should be here any time now. He said he'd be here around 10. What time is it now? There's a clock right beside you. Oh, right, I'm an idiot. I'm about to look at the clock to my right when Daren walks in. Morning. Ted waves at him, his hand lingering in the air a bit even after he's done, before finally lowering it. Hi, Daren. Guessing you guys are waiting on Marshall? Yeah, he did say he'd be here at 10, right? Daren shrugs in response. Don't remember. You're the one who talked to him. When did you talk to him anyway? Who? You. Last night? Daren kept saying I should make more friends than just you two and suggested I hang out with Marshall. He called him and handed the phone to me without even giving me a chance to figure out what to say. I let out a sigh when he says that. That definitely sounds like Daren. He did it to me a few days ago with Sean. It worked, didn't it? That's not the point. It feels awkward as hell to have someone throw you into a conversation you weren't prepared for. Yeah, you can afford to be more social. I'm not too happy with how dismissive he's being about it, because it is something that bothers me, but I also don't want to say either. I feel like if I try to argue with him right now, in front of Ted, I'll end up getting angry and cussing him out or something like that. I don't really want Ted to see that side of me. And again, I should probably work on avoiding stuff like that anyway, regardless of who's around to see it. Before I can dwell on it for too long, someone knocks at the door. Oh, I think that's Marshall. Ted wastes no time in scurrying off to open the door. Daren shortly follows. In the meantime, I make my way over to the couch to lie down, figuring Marshall will probably come in for a while. I may as well claim my spot on the couch while I still can. Hi, Marshall. Hello, sir. Come on in. The three head back into the living room, and I wave at Marshall as soon as I see him. He waves back. Hi, Jeffrey. For a brief moment, I was worried he was about to call me by my real name instead of Jeffrey. I shouldn't have been worried, since he was doing a good job of remembering my new name the last time we met up. Candle. At least I think he did. I can't remember. The worst that could have happened would have been him calling me Candle again, so I'm not sure why I was worried about it. But again, I did get called by my real name in my dream last night. Maybe that's why I'm uneasy about it. Yo, Jeffrey, you should probably sit up and make room. I snap out of my thoughts and realize everyone else is still standing and that Daren is right. Oh, yeah, sorry. No, it's okay. You don't have to. I wasn't planning on staying for long. You sure? I have to get back home since I've got a package coming in today. I don't want to miss it. Well, my house is always open to you if you ever want to hang out or stay the night. Marshall nods, and I can hear his keys jingle in his jacket pocket as he goes to fish them out. Phew! I get to stay on the couch. Sweet, sweet comfort. As long as it doesn't break me. As long as it doesn't break on me. You ready, Ted? Yep. The two wave goodbye to Daren and me before heading out the door. Daren heads over and plops down on his chair, letting out a deep breath. Everything okay? He turns to me, and for a change, he doesn't look as sure of things as usual. Maybe that's not the right description. Usually Daren looks unfazed by the world, by anything that comes his way, but right now he looks tired and almost defeated. Yeah, it's all good. Right. I don't buy that. What? Something's up with you. You kind of suck at hiding it. So what's up? What's going on? Daren rolls his eyes when I ask, though his annoyance doesn't last for long. I feel old. Old? Yeah. I wait for him to explain further, but he doesn't. Why do you feel old? You're younger than me. Daren lets out a deep sigh when I say that, which makes me wonder if maybe I've said something or done something wrong. Don't worry about it. Just thinking sometimes. Thinking about what? Stuff. He's really not being helpful here. How am I supposed to know what's wrong and how to help him if he won't help me? Look, you're the one who tells me all the time to be more honest and talk to people if something's wrong. You can't expect me to do that if you won't either. He pauses, and I assume he must be contemplating what I've said. I'm growing up too fast. Again, you're younger than me. Certainly doesn't feel like it. Huh? Daren shakes his head, closing his eyes and resting his head all the way back against his chair. You changed after Mom died. What? What does Mom's death have to do with anything? Daren sits back up and stares at me, as if he's looking to find something. It feels uncomfortable, as if he's not even looking at me, but rather looking through me. I know it was rough on you. You two were so close. Anyone in your position would have shut down the way you did. That's why I tried to be there for you. You kept saying you were afraid of being alone, so I made sure you weren't. I'm just glad Dad gave me this house so you could stay with me. Right. That year sucked. Mom passed away only a month after what happened to Parker and Caleb. I just got back home from spending the night at Daren's. We stayed up all night playing some new shooter game that he got. I got into an argument with him because he kept dying at the same spot and we kept having to retry the mission over and over. He said it was my fault because I wasn't covering him or something like that. I took the bus home in the morning instead of waiting on Mom to pick me up because I was in a bad mood and didn't want to stay at Daren's any longer than I already had. When I got home, Mom was sitting in her chair with her head back. She looked like she was sleeping. I figured maybe she was taking a nap. She did have a long day at work a couple days ago, after all. I went to my room to put my stuff away and change my clothes. I stayed there a couple of hours because I didn't want to talk to anyone. At lunchtime, I left my room because I thought Mom would have lunch ready, but she was still in her chair. They said it was a heart attack. I still can't believe it took me 2 hours to realize my own mom was dead. I was already paranoid about things after what happened to my friends, and so when my mom passed away, I just broke, I guess. I want to make it clear that I don't blame you for needing help. Miss getting to still be the younger brother, though. Feels like I've taken over as your parent instead. Gotta make sure you take care of yourself, otherwise you won't. You don't have to. I know, but I don't want you to go missing for another month again. I already lost Mom. Don't want to lose my half-brother, too. I'm not sure how to respond. I guess he had been doing a lot for me, more than I give him credit for. Maybe Kajoro was right. Maybe I am taking advantage of Daren. He's never said anything until now, so I assumed everything was fine. Anyway, change the topic. I invited Sean over. Don't know what time he's getting here. Figured since I missed out on the arcade, I'd hang out today. Haven't gotten to go in a while. Probably gonna play some games or something. You're welcome to join in, too. Oh, sure. That sounds fun. Damn it. No! Stop messaging me. Not right now. Okay. After a couple hours of watching reruns of an old reality show on TV, my ears are met with the sound of knocking. That's probably him. I've got it. Daren makes his way over to the door. Meanwhile, I'm focused on the show. Right. Jimmy's a wild card. He needs to vote off Sarah, otherwise the Alliance is going to win. My attention drifts as I hear a voice from outside I wasn't expecting. Yeah, I got the day off, so I asked Sean if I could come too. Tracy? I thought only Sean was coming over. Yeah, that's fine. Come on in. Hey, Jeffers. Oh, hi. I thought it was just Sean coming over. Tracy got the day off, so I invited her. I grumbled to myself upon hearing that, though thankfully nobody seems to notice. Why does everyone have to make plans without asking me, and why do those plans have to keep changing? Yeah, one of the things I think that Jeffrey is probably on the spectrum. He gets really, really upset when his plans are changed, like even in the slightest. Like just one other person coming over, probably not a big deal to most people, but to him it's like, oh God, I have to change things about myself now. Yeah, like I'm on the spectrum as well, and I can understand that. Sometimes I can get like this myself, so that's why I think that Jeffrey is probably a little bit autistic. A lot of people are. Not a big deal. Speaking of which, there's a movie that came out a week ago that me and Tracy were wanting to go see. Did you guys want to go with us? A movie? Oh, which one? Wishing Star. It's the one with Marissa Rogers. I have no clue what this movie is or who Marissa Rogers is. Haven't heard of it. What's it about? It's about a group of hikers who got caught in a blizzard on their way down from the summit of Mount Melora. Oh, that one. I've seen the commercials. Isn't it based on a true story? Yeah, I think so. I've not seen it yet, but it looks really good. Sure, we'll go. Didn't have any plans aside from hanging out. Wait, we were supposed to hang out here. Just me, Daren, and Sean. I don't want to go to the movies. It's not what we had planned. Is it okay if we just stay here? I didn't know we were going anywhere. Oh, I'm fine with whatever happens. Like, I don't want to show up to your house and... Come on, Jeffers. It'll be fun. Oh, great. I don't want to say no to Sean. I don't want him to think I don't want to hang out, because I do. It's just... You're coming with us. What? I've not been to the movies in years. It'd be good if you went too. So because you've not been in a long time, I have to go. Come on, Jeffs. We're not that bad to be around, are we? Oh no, not that line. We always use that line on each other to try to get our way. Well, when you put it like that, I guess I have to. Admittedly, I do feel a little embarrassed that I'm making this more complicated than it has to be. I do want to spend time with my friends. I just really dislike plans changing this rapidly. I wasn't expecting Ted to go off with Marshall this morning either. I don't know why this stuff bothers me, it just does. Good, because we should probably be leaving right about now, if we want to get there in time. Oh, yeah, it starts pretty soon, huh? So, whose car are we taking? I'll drive. I don't think Jeffrey's ridden with me since I got my license. Oh, yeah, you did get that, didn't you? I thought you were afraid to learn to drive. I was, but Marshall talked me into it. I needed to be able to get around to get a job, so he gave me lessons. I never knew you were afraid of driving. I was afraid of driving for the longest time myself because I got into a really, really bad accident when I was younger. I wasn't the driver, I was the passenger, but it was really bad. Anyway, Aren't most people? Not me. I love driving. That's because you're a crazy person. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Didn't they just say we need to be leaving soon? Why are we still standing around talking? How was your driving test anyway? I passed. Well, yeah, I figured that since you got your license. Oh, right, it wasn't that bad, actually. The lady there was really nice. I think I got an 88 on mine. I did fail the parallel parking part of it, but she said it didn't matter. Yeah, the parallel parking part was annoying as hell. I messed up one time on that. I had nudged the cone just a little bit, which is a problem because, you know, that means you would have caused damage to another vehicle, but... Thankfully, I'm not in an area where I parallel park. Most people do not parallel park. Guy I had was an asshole. Kept yelling and saying almost flipped us because I went 45 in a 40 zone. Still passed, so it's whatever. Oh, man, yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Didn't you spend that entire driving test berating you or something like that? Oh, that was Sean. Oh, man, yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Didn't you spend the entire driving test berating you or something like that? Yep. We still aren't leaving. I thought we had to leave so we didn't miss the movie. Maybe I should say something. Didn't you guys say we need to head out soon? Shouldn't we be doing that? Well, we'll still be there early if we leave now, but I'm liable to get lost on the way, so early's always good. In that case, I'll go get some money before we go. Jeffrey, you may want to bring your phone. Good habit to get into. Oh, right, good idea. I step into my room, happy to have a little time alone before I have to head out. On one hand, spending time with friends is fun, and I've missed this. Even if the trip to the arcade didn't end quite how I expected. I still enjoyed myself, as I'm sure I will with this trip as well. On the other hand, sometimes it's nice to have a day off here and there from socializing. Then again, maybe I'm only feeling like that because not even my dreams have been an escape from reality lately. If anything, they're making me feel mentally drained. Sure, the ending of last night's dream wasn't that bad, but still. I go ahead and grab my phone and place it in my pocket, not wanting to hold everyone else up for too long. Nope, at the theater. Big-ass screen, damn. By the time we get to the theater, it's surprisingly empty. We take some of the seats in the middle. Darren takes a seat on my right, and to the left is Sean, and with Tracy on the other side of him. The only other people around are a couple in the back, a family of 5 all the way over on the right side, and another few people scattered here and there. Is it usually this empty? It must be a slow day. There were lots of people outside. I think most of them are here to see what new superhero movie that came out. Wouldn't mind seeing it too. I've seen the commercials. Looks funny. Main character's a dog, right? Yeah. Well, we could always come back again this weekend if you want. Alright guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks, search if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!